Experts find how to spot fake news patterns and stories. In today's digital age where information is available at our fingertips, it can be challenging to separate fact from fiction. Fake news, or intentionally misleading and false information, has become increasingly prevalent, and it can be challenging to spot it. However, by paying attention to certain patterns and stories, you can identify fake news and avoid spreading misinformation. Could people's writing style and word choice show that they are creating fake news? First, it is essential to consider the source of the information. Fake news often comes from unreliable or biased sources, such as websites that promote conspiracy theories or misinformation. It is crucial to verify the credibility of the source before sharing any information. Second, fake news often uses sensational or attention-grabbing headlines to attract clicks and shares. These headlines are designed to be shocking or provocative and often use exaggerated or misleading language. It is important to read the entire article and verify the information before sharing it. Two experts in linguistics think their study of stories written by a former New York Times journalist will help people spot fake news. They found clear patterns of grammar and style in 64 stories by Jason Blair, 36 of which included fake news. Blair resigned in 2003 after it was discovered that he had been including fake information in articles about shootings in the Washington, D.C. area, as well as in other stories. Blair wrote his fake stories with less information and less conviction than his real news stories, said Jack Grieve and Helena Woodfield of Britain's University of Birmingham. Grieve and Woodfield said they found 28 important differences in the styles of Blair's real and fake articles. In the fake news stories, Blair gave less information and was less clear about where he got his information from. They wrote in the language of fake news. Third, fake news often lacks credible sources or evidence to support its claims. It is crucial to look for multiple sources and corroborating evidence before accepting any information as true. If an article cites unnamed sources or lacks specific details, it may be a sign that the information is not credible. The average word length was also longer, and there were more nouns in Blair's real news stories. The fake news stories included more adverbs, such as very and extremely, and more pronouns, such as it or them, rather than clearly identifying people or events. Fourth, fake news often plays on emotions, such as fear, anger, or outrage. It is essential to be aware of your emotional response to a story and take a step back to evaluate the information objectively. Fake news often uses emotional appeals to distract from the lack of credible evidence. The public has perhaps never been more distrustful of the news, Grieve said, but the study shows there are linguistic patterns that can help people identify fake news, particularly online, he said. Finally, fake news often spreads quickly through social media and other digital platforms. It is crucial to fact-check any information before sharing it, even if it comes from a trusted friend or family member. Taking the time to verify the information can prevent the spread of misinformation. After Blair resigned, the Times apologized for the low point in its history. Blair also apologized, saying he had been experiencing personal problems. Speaking to students at Duke University in 2016, Blair said he is still sorry for the damage he did. I handed people who didn't want to believe journalists a great case for why they shouldn't trust things, he said. In conclusion, identifying fake news requires a critical eye and a willingness to dig deeper to uncover the truth. By paying attention to the source of the information, the language used, the presence of credible sources and evidence, emotional appeals, and the speed of spread, you can avoid falling prey to fake news and contribute to a more informed and truthful society.